The first time I heard him, I felt it in my chest before I understood it in my head. It wasn't barking. It was begging. He was pressed against the cold metal bars, his whole body shaking, his eyes locked on mine like he had been waiting his entire life for someone, anyone, to finally look back. And then he made a sound I will never forget. Please, please, please. He did not speak like a human, but I swear to you, I understood every word. He talked to me. I stood frozen in that hallway, listening to him cry, and slowly I realized something that broke my heart all over again. Those screams were not only his. They were the voice of every dog locked inside that place. His screams were the words for every dog in this shelter. But what I found behind those bars was worse than anything I had prepared myself for. My name is Bruno Jelovich, and 6 years ago, I built something called Save the Dogs BIH. Here in Bosnia, we rescue dogs from the city shelters. And I need you to understand what those words really mean. Because the word shelter makes you picture something kind, something safe. A place where lost dogs wait for a warm home. That is not what I walked into. These shelters are overcrowded beyond anything you can imagine. Most of the dogs inside them will never be adopted. They are simply forgotten, stored, left to disappear. There was one city shelter built to hold 300 dogs, just 300. 2 years later, I counted the dogs living inside those same walls. 1,200. 1,200 living animals crammed into a space meant for a quarter of that, pressed together, climbing over each other just to breathe. The noise, the smell, the fear in the air. It hit me like a wall the moment I stepped inside. So bad condition. I walked deeper inside. And that is when it truly hit me. Behind one gate, a mother was lying on the bare concrete with her puppies, trying to shield them from the chaos with her own thin body. In another, an old dog sat completely still, staring at the wall, too tired to even lift his head when I passed him. They had been forgotten so long, they had stopped expecting anyone to come at all. That was the thing that shocked me the most. Not the numbers, not the noise. It was the silence in some of their eyes. The way hope can simply switch off inside a living creature when no one comes for long enough. I have seen a lot in my life, but standing in that place, I felt something I had never felt before. I felt like the whole world had agreed to look away from these dogs. And I could not walk away. I made myself a promise right there, surrounded by all those desperate eyes. I would rescue as many dogs as I possibly could from those shelters. And I would try to reach the street dogs too, to find them before they ever ended up trapped in a place like this. But to keep that promise, I had to start with just one. I think Embolo was the first dog I ever pulled out of that shelter. I still remember the moment the gate opened, and he understood. Really understood. That he was leaving. That he was not going back inside. He was so happy to come out of the shelter. It is hard to describe what that looks like. When a dog who has known nothing but bars and concrete suddenly feels the open air, it is like watching a soul take its first real breath, like something that had been switched off inside him quietly turning back on. Embolo was going somewhere new. He was going to our rescue ranch, and that ranch is where everything changes. When a dog arrives with us, the first thing they get is care. Real care. Vaccines. A warm bath. Sometimes the very first gentle touch they have ever known. Clean food. Fresh water. A vet who looks at them not as a number, but as a life worth saving. But I will be honest with you about what arrives at our gate. Many of them come to us in heartbreaking condition. Some are starving, every rib showing through their skin. Some are wounded, carrying injuries no one ever treated. Some are buried under matted, filthy fur so thick they can barely move. And some arrive with a look in their eyes that I have learned to recognize. The look of a dog who has already given up. A dog who stopped hoping a long time ago. Those are the ones I fight the hardest for. Now, here is the part most people don't expect. 6 years ago, I had nothing to do with dogs. Nothing at all. I make tattoo. That was my life. Ink, machines, art on skin. If you had told me back then that I would one day be standing in a shelter making promises to 1,000 dogs, I would have laughed. And then one dog walked into my life and rewrote everything. I adopted a little French bulldog. Her name was Mia. She was everything for me. Through her, I started to love dogs. It sounds so simple when I say it out loud. One small dog, one ordinary decision. But that love grew into something I could not contain. It pulled me toward every dog I saw suffering. It would not let me sleep at night, knowing what was happening inside those shelters. 5 years after Mia, that love became Save the Dogs, BIH. What started as one man and one Frenchie became a mission with hundreds of lives depending on it. Our first ranch became home to 200 rescue dogs. 200 dogs who finally had ground beneath their paws and a person who would never leave them. But 200 was not enough. It is never enough. So we built a second ranch. Big enough for 400 to 500 more. And on top of that, we still care for hundreds of dogs from the city shelter. Do the math, and you start to understand the size of the love it takes to keep this going. Every time we go out to rescue, we follow one rule above all others. We always look for the ones in the worst condition first. The sickest, the weakest, the ones everybody else decided were too far gone. Because those are exactly the dogs who have no one, and no time, and the stories behind them. They will stay with you. Some of these dogs were abandoned, left behind when their families simply drove away. Some were abused, carrying scars on their bodies and somewhere deeper, too. Some were left for dead, found clinging to life when the world had already written them off. And every single month, we find dogs we believe came from illegal dogfights here in Bosnia. I will not describe to you what that does to an animal. I will only tell you that when one of those dogs finally lets me touch its head without flinching, I have to step away so they don't see me cry. This was the part of the work that nearly broke me, but it is also the part that gave my whole life its purpose. Because I had a dream I held on to through every terrible thing I saw. I dreamed of building a ranch where these dogs could finally have a home in their own country, forever. Let me tell you what that dream looks like now that it's real. Here, at the ranch, the dogs have people who love them. Not handlers, not keepers. People who know their names, their moods, the way each one likes to be scratched behind the ears. They have medical care whenever they need it. They have food and water that never runs out. And maybe the most important thing of all, they are not trapped behind bars all day. They are free. They are outside, all day long. I wish you could see it the way I see it every morning. Dogs running across open ground just because they can. Dogs sleeping in the sun without fear. Dogs playing, actually playing, like puppies who finally remembered how. And slowly, one by one, they start to trust people again. When I watch that happen, I feel like something deep inside them comes back to life. Something that the shelters, the streets, the fighting pits had tried to take away. They get their pride back. That is the moment I do all of this for. The moment a broken dog stands a little taller and looks at the world like it belongs to him again. People ask me if I'll ever stop, if I'll ever say it's enough. I look at these dogs the way a father looks at his kids. Most of them stay with me. This is their home now, and I am their family. But sometimes, when the right person comes along, we let a dog go to a new home through adoption. And I want to be very clear about something. When I give a dog for adoption, I have to know, deep in my heart, that they will have a really, truly good life. I check, I ask, I make sure. Because after everything these dogs have survived, they do not deserve okay. They deserve the best the world has to offer. These dogs are lovely. They are happy. They are thankful in a way that humans rarely are. And every day they remind me that the begging I heard through those bars all those years ago was not desperation. It was hope. Hope that someone would finally come. So no, I will not stop. We built that second ranch so we can rescue 400 to 500 more dogs, 400 more chances, 400 more souls who will breathe free air for the first time. There are still so many waiting, still so many pressed against the bars, making that sound I will never be able to forget. And as long as they are calling, you will see me again. If this story touched your heart, here's how you can be part of it. Hit that like button. It helps these dog stories reach people who care, just like you. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the next rescue, the next reunion, the next dog who finally tastes freedom. And drop a comment below. Tell Bruno and these dogs that they are not alone. Every single comment, every share, helps these rescues keep going. Because somewhere, right now, a dog is pressed against the bars, still waiting, still hoping someone will hear him. Let's make sure someone always does.